Good morning, K12. That stands for kindergarten, first and second grade. Welcome to art for this week. I'm really looking forward to this project. I did it the other day and it is really a lot of fun. We're going to be working with shapes and color today. And we are going to be making robots. Can you say the word robot with me? Robot. Let your mouth move when you say it. Robot. That is a nice robot. But if you want to talk like an actual robot, like in the movies and in cartoons, put the tongue at the bottom of your mouth and keep your mouth closed and try and talk from the back of your throat. Hello, I am a robot and today we are going to be making robots. So you can talk like a robot as you're making this project. The first thing, and where did that go? I cannot find my chalk. The chalk was just here. Oh. Here's a pin. I found my chalk, it was on the table. Robot. R-O-B-O-T. And today we are going to be working with squares. Squares are shapes that have 4 equal sides. 1, and I'm doing my best as I can to try and make it perfect. 2, maybe a little longer. A little longer maybe. 3, 4. We're also going to be working with rectangles. Rectangles are longer. 2 sides are the same, and these 2 sides are the same. Whereas a square, this side, this side, this side, and this side are the same. For this project, you are going to need 2 pieces of paper, a pencil, and a pair of scissors, and either a glue stick or a bottle of glue. As you know, I prefer the bottle of glue, but the glue stick is just perfect. We are going to be working first in squares and rectangles, and we're going to slowly build your robot. And this is what they're going to look like when they're done. Here's one. My robot is orange. Here's another one. That robot is pink. And here's another one. And that robot is green. Afterwards, as we go along, you're going to have options to change them as they go. But the first thing is just following instructions on how to make a square and a rectangle. And at the very end, I'm going to show you a trick on how to make really good and even circles. So here we go. Okay, so to make a robot, the first thing we need is our 2 pieces of paper. And the first one, we're just going to work on 1 piece of paper. So we're going to make a square. Now the square's this side is going to be the same as this side. So I can kind of guess and make a line. Doesn't have to be precise. I could also fold the paper like this, and when it touches that end, that is going to be a square. From that one, we can use our scissors and we're going to cut it out. From this, we're going to cut a rectangle, very similar to this size. But it doesn't have to be perfect. And if your line gets off, oh, it's okay. And then we cut this. So now I have 2 rectangles and a square. I'm just going to push these right there. Grab your other piece of paper, and we are going to make 2 small squares right here. To do that, Oh, we could just guess in the middle of the paper. I think it's right about here. I think that's about right. And I'm going to bring my line up until I think that's a rectangle. It kind of looks like a square to me. And I'm going to come over. It's easier to pull and drag your pencil than it is to push your pencil. From here, each one of these, I'm going to divide in half. That means I'm going to do the same thing. Does this look like about halfway? Yeah, it looks good. Does this look like halfway? No. Does that? No. About halfway. And I'm going to draw a line down. I've just divided this square into 2 rectangles. And I'm going to divide this one again and make skinnier rectangles. And then this one. And then I'm going to do the same over here. 1, 2, 3. It's interesting. 3 lines, 1, 2, 3, to make 4 rectangles. Next, with my scissors, and you probably have small scissors at home, cut that out. When I cut, I like to hold my paper with one hand, keep my thumb up, and cut away from my body. 1 rectangle. 2 rectangles. 3 rectangles. 4 rectangles. When you have 4 rectangles, we're going to make, these are making the arms by putting a dot of glue and put on one of the arms. Dot of glue, put on one of the arms. The good thing about white glue is, I'm going to flip this one over. It gives me a little drying time so I can spread these out. These are going to be the arms. One rectangle, 2 rectangles, 3 rectangles, 4 rectangles. And I'll do it with this other one. Glue stick. The key with gluing paper is you just need enough glue to do the trick. 1, 2, 3. These are going to be the arms for our robot. This is going to be the body of our robot. 1, 2 bits of glue. Now here's the trick. Do you see how there are all these pencil lines? If you don't like the pencil lines, I'll show you this. Keep all the pencil lines to the back of your project. Was this the front? There it is. Next, we'll take one of these other rectangles and cut it in half. These are going to be the robot's legs. I want to see the legs on this one. Oh, that's a lot of glue. Watch this. Dab it in the puddle. Use it over here. You don't want to have glue squirting all over the place, do you, Madison? Just enough, Devin. And this is going to be my robot head. Well, I wish my head was a little bit bigger. I could make it like that. That looks pretty good. I think I like a bigger head on this robot. There is your robot's head. Pull the arm to the front. Now the extra bonus is we can do antenna. I told you we were going to do circles. To do a nice circle, cut another square. And just going to move this out of the way. To make a square, really easy, cut triangles off. Oh, I did 2 together. Then, to make a circle, just bring your scissors slowly. Notice I'm turning my paper as I'm also cutting. I can also turn my scissors as I cut. Whether you're in kindergarten, first grade, or second grade, we can always, or even an adult, maybe mom and dad want to do this with you, we can always improve our scissor cutting skills. So if you're saying to yourself, I already know how to use scissors, this is ridiculous, you can always get a little better. And this are going to be my robot antennas. Is that too fat? Well, I don't know. I'm going to make them a little skinnier. Oh, too much glue again. Put on my antenna. Put on my antenna. I'm going to bring my robot back. That looks pretty good. Do I want my robot to be a little zany? I think a little zany. I'm going to put him off to the side a little bit. Now when you're done, your robot's almost done now. What I wanted to show you is to do the eyes. I'm going to move my robot off a lot. To do the eyes, when we built our robot, we were using one color. Now when we do the eyes, we want to use a contrasting color or a complementary color. Those colors, if you want your eyes to jump out. Like I did on this one. If I used yellow for my eyes, they would have jumped out a little bit. But since I used a color away from it on the color wheel, I had an orange robot, I chose to use green. Any green, blue, or purple would jump out a lot more than if I used red or yellow. That means what a complementary color or a contrasting color is directly across. So if I have a yellow robot, what color would I use for if I want the eyes to jump out? Purple. Green robot, red. Red robot, green. Purple robot, yellow. That's an artistic trick to use colors that are opposite on the color wheel if you want things to jump out. Complementary or contrasting colors. If you want things to look nice and quiet, you would use analogous colors, which are colors right next to each other. An analogous color of red is purple, because it has purple in it. Purple has red in it. Or orange, because it has red in it. Red and yellow make orange. Red and blue make purple. If it has the color in it, it's going to look really nice and quiet next to it. If you want it to jump out like this, go across. Or this is almost across. This is almost across. So to make my eyes, I'm going to choose a color that I want to jump out, which is going to be, if I have a green robot, I'm going to use red. Maybe I'm going to start with those 2 simple squares again. And the trick is, if you want your eyes to be the same size, put them together. Maybe I want to start with a triangle. Those look pretty good. Maybe this could be the mouth. I like that. Great thing about glue is try it out, glue it down. Try it out, glue it down. I like that. Now, if you want to change your robot, and I would recommend doing this. Oh, my eyes are moving. That's another good thing about the white glues. It gives you a little bit of time. If you want, you can shape the hands. And I would probably do this beforehand. If you want to make these into kind of robot or ET fingers. You can then go back in once it's dry. And these might look more like an alien robot with actual worm fingers. And you can see that I did the same thing when I did this head. And you can I did the alien fingers in the head. So have fun with your robot. And once you're done, oh, I gotta put the hand back on my robot. Once you're done, if you want to take markers and decorate your robots, come in here. See? Complementary color. Pink, which is red. Boop, boop, jumps out. I'll show you. What if I did green in this one? Jumps out a little bit. Maybe I do triangles in here. Maybe you want to add some features to your robot, such as an on-off switch, color the hands. You can even add googly eyes. And if you don't happen to have any construction paper at home, you can use newspaper, you could use magazines. As long as you have a little bit of glue, some scissors, and a pencil, you can make a robot from squares and rectangles. Can't wait to see your robots. Have a good day.